Welcome to Jared Scott Outdoors. This YouTube channel is dedicated to getting our youth more involved in the outdoors. To do this, I'll be out with family and friends doing all sorts of outdoor adventures. This week on Jared Scott Outdoors, we're wrapping up a sturgeon fishing trip you saw a few weeks ago. I took this trip with several young men and their fathers. This was late November, later than I've ever fished for sturgeon in the past. I really wasn't sure if we'd even be successful. Well, we found out very quickly it would prove to be a good day. In fact, probably one of the best days I've ever had. The first 3 fish we pulled in were literally one after another, having the next fish on before releasing the one we just caught. It was truly an amazing day. So for the first episode of this fishing trip, we got the lines in the water around lunchtime and within 20 minutes hooked into our first sturgeon. It turned out to be a 5-footer. As we were unhooking that one, another line took a hit and we brought in a sturgeon just under the 5-foot mark. Then before that one was released, Jed hooked into what turned out to be a 6.5-footer that gave a great fight. Not long after that, we hooked into another and John reeled in a big guy over 6 feet. As you can tell, this was a start to an amazing day. Now that you know how the last episode ended, let me show you the rest of this adventure. By now, with all the action, everyone was feeling confident and ready to set the hook on another sturgeon. When Jed noticed another line getting played with, he jumped up and got ready. This was one of those lines that was getting toyed with off and on for a while. Waiting for the right moment, Jed gave it a hard set.
Reel down and then check again real quick, and now you can decide.
No.
If it's just the weight or... So now reel snug and just feel it.
It felt like there was something on the end, but he wasn't sure.
Might be one of the smaller ones.
Working the line for a bit to get a feel for it, he finally realized that there was indeed a fish on.
Yeah, something's taking it a little bit. It's probably one of those small ones.
Even though it didn't appear big, Asher was more than happy to reel it in. We've had trips in the past where all we've caught were the 30-inch recently planted sturgeon. And while 30 inches sounds big, they don't give much of a fight when they're on the end of this big gear. They're actually more of a hassle than anything, because now you have to rebait the line and get it back out. Sure enough, Asher reeled in one of those fish that were planted in the last few years, and the guys were on hand to release it. The boys were pretty confident now, and even they were ready to set the hooks themselves. But it was the pole on the end, next to me, that got hammered. Grabbing it and setting the hook, I handed the rod over to Kade, who was the only youth now not to have fought a fish today. In fact, it had been several years since he had actually fought a big sturgeon. He's always been around with me, but usually just helping with whoever's with us and not getting to fight one himself.
Okay, get your pull tip up. Come over the top of that. I think we got possibly a good fish.
There's some. It's always my pole.
Here he comes, I think. Keep that pull tip up. There he is. Oh, he's a good one.
Oh, he's out there.
Far away.
That's a big fish.
I put that one out there.
How we doing, Kade? You better not lose that. That's a big fish.
I think this is like the log one that you're telling me about because it is not moving.
Don't horse it. You know, you want to be tough, but not ripping it out.
I'm gonna go under.
Okay, we got to figure out what it's doing here. I think we're under, but I'm not 100% sure. Can you go under that pole right there?
Now, as you've seen, a big sturgeon can really give a good fight, but on occasion they'll swim right at you. When that happens, you have to reel in as fast as you can to keep the line tight. All the while, it seems like you may have lost the fish.
Yeah?
Looking to come off.
Huh?
Looking to come off.
That's what Kade was feeling right now, and he was nervous he'd lost it.
I'm not even
Keep it tight.
I think we're on the other line.
Fortunately, once Kade caught up with the fish and got tension back on the line, it was still there.
Yeah, he's swimming the other way. He's just big enough. He's not...
It's on the new rod too.
I know, the one I just put out. That area is usually not super awesome.
With all the line Kade just reeled in, now it was taking it back out.
Oh, he's still going. You're not done yet? Keep that tip up. If you bring it down, it makes it straight and then it can break. You want bounce so that it absorbs shock. You know what I mean? Man, that thing is not stopping. He's just running. Just keep it up and then you're good. You don't have to.
Suddenly, I realized we were in a bad spot. This was a reel I had just put new line on, and the sturgeon had taken so much line and was putting so much pressure on the line that it was binding on itself. With it being new line, when Kade had to reel in as fast as he could to catch up with the sturgeon when it swam towards us, the line didn't wrap up tight. So now the loosely wrapped line underneath was binding as the big sturgeon was putting so much tension on it. Because of this, the drag wasn't able to work correctly. I was worried we might break off or rip the hook out if the drag didn't work smooth.
I think it's never been used, and so it's so loose in there that it's... Kate, you take the camera and I'll try to figure out this line.
With Kade having experienced a good fight, it was time to let another boy get in on the action. Since Briggs had one of the smaller fights of the day, we had him continue it. Now the problem was that we were crossed with another line. It took a few minutes of trial and error and a little help to figure out how to uncross the lines, but we got it done.
Oh, he's going! Holy cow!
He's a fighter.
Oh, he's a good fish.
With the lines all free, it was back to the fight and seeing if Briggs could keep it on.
Uh-oh.
I'm gonna guess he weighs more than you, Briggs.
Probably.
First one weighs like 90 pounds, so it's really not that hard to beat.
That's why I made that guess. I figured it's one I could bet on.
That was just going to that line.
Go. Yeah, that's a good fish.
Is this number 6 or 7?
7.
7? 5 on the big one?
There we go. Got it.
River. I mean, it's fine. Nothing yes,
While Briggs fought this big sturgeon, Kade put waders on. Now that the fight was nearing its end, Kade took the pole back while Briggs put waders on. We wanted to make sure they could both get in with this fish if they've got it up successfully.
At least our line's getting nice and stretched and lined out right now.
So this is the 5th big fish of the day, and this one is probably the biggest one. It has been running a lot.
We thought the fight was about over, but the sturgeon didn't know that, and it kept this fight going for several more runs.
Keep that tip up if you can.
I'll move that rock.
getting tired, huh? Get up.
How long have we been going on this guy? I don't even know.
It's like 4 hours.
Keep that pole tip up.
Been like 10 minutes, probably.
Oh my god. Longest time 12 seconds.
Oh man, he's clear out there.
Holy crap. It seemed like it was like right here.
The line's right here.
Which way, Dad?
Which way did I go? I gotta go over it.
Yeah. Oh, there's the bubbles. He's getting tired. Don't horse it though. Don't rip it out of its lips.
It's gotta be
This
right there.
close.
And now it runs. As soon as it gets close.
I think it's seeing race down there. It's like, oh, look at that. Cool looking kid. I better get out of here.
he's running.
Is he around a rock? Because he's not. You see it? Okay. But why is it not moving? I don't know if he's just down real low. Here, you got it? Yeah. Go ahead and go down there by Race, and we might be able to get that rod tip away a little bit more from the ground. Just keep it tight. Try to reach it out to the left. Go to that left rock.
This was probably one of the worst things you can have happen. The line appeared to wrap around something underneath the water not too far from us. For a time we weren't sure if the fish was still on, but as we let the tension off, the fish would take the line. So we knew it was still there. However, it was still wrapped around something, and this really ups the odds of losing the fish by either it spitting the hook or breaking the line off.
Well, it's not a matter of it going out. I want the angle of the line to have changed. Yeah, it's around a rock or something.
It's going out now.
Okay.
All while we were trying to figure out what to do about our situation to free the line from whatever it was wrapped around, most likely a rock ledge, Jed noticed another line acting funny and set the hook on another fish.
You got one? Oh, dang, a double! I've never had a day like this.
I've been seeing that one move for like 30 minutes. I'm like,
That's another good one.
Gotta get this one up, Kade.
As you bring it down, you reel down.
Once he had the line solidly set, Jed passed the pole over to Asher. Meanwhile, I had taken the pole from Kade to try to figure out how to free the line from whatever it was caught on. The fish was there, but it was making it very difficult to fight it and impossible to bring it in. And don't forget, all while this is going on, Asher is still fighting another sturgeon.
There he is.
Coming.
Oh, it's a carp.
It's
No.
Oh, big. Holy crap.
We still got a fish over there going?
Yeah.
Got one on line still. That's a 7-footer. Holy, that's huge.
Yeah.
Big fish.
Holy crap.
Kiki, I'm coming. Try, don't hold the line. Don't hold the line. That comes out, that hook's gonna rip right through you.
Look at that.
Get him turned and hold him. Oh, we got him!
That's huge.
Meanwhile, we got this going on up here.
You need help.
God,
No.
this is
I'm getting
crazy.
this one in by myself because I haven't. Keep it up, man.
That is a big fish.
it's bigger than the measuring stick.
That's too big. 10 inches.
Yeah, probably about 10 inches more than that
You got
stick.
one coming up behind you.
It's gonna come eat you.
Oh, you hooked him like his chest.
Are you gonna flip him over?
Just hold on to it a second. Oh, dang, that's awesome.
It's a baby.
2 fish, same time.
Yeah.
This one's the king of them.
How was it, Asher?
This one hurt my back.
All right, this one took a lot of work to get in, and it's about an 8-footer. It was definitely worth it.
What do you think, Briggs?
It's awesome.
Biggest fish you've ever caught?
Yeah.
Barely?
Yeah, barely.
Good job. Isn't that cool? Now just swim in there with it. You can just go down with it.
I'm good.
All right, let it go.
Like, hold on to it.
Don't go in too deep. Okay. Now, Asher, you can let that one go. Kind of push it out by its tail.
All right.
Good job, boys. And now we got him up there. John just set another one.
My fish just
Dang.
got humbled.
I cannot believe this.
Yep, literally, as we released those 2 sturgeon, John set the hook on another. I couldn't believe how this day was going. This was surely the best sturgeon fishing trip I've had. Race took this fight on, which ended up being another one of those smaller 30-inch recently planted fish. We fished a little bit longer, but as the sun set and the temperature started to get cold, the fishing actually went cold as well. That was fine with us, as it had been an amazing day and a good time to end it on a high note. Once again, an adventure in the outdoors turned into a trip made with memories that will last a lifetime. Hopefully you can have one of those adventures yourself soon. These episodes can't be done without your help. You know the drill. Please make some comments, like and subscribe, and I'll keep working on more videos.